Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fandom Fights. We are here in the teams tournament, the fall teams tournament. Got a really good match for you today. We got the number 7 seed back to Formula, Jake, Mark, going up against the number 10 seed, all freaks, no geeks, Dylan and Ryan. I'm very excited for this match because I think both of these teams have shown a lot of promise in their debut so far this year, since they've debuted. I think that Dylan and Ryan make a really, really good combo. They've shown a lot of strength. Jake and Mark been around these the fandom fights for quite a while. They're seasoned veterans at this point. Mark has played for the title before. Jake had a very successful team with Antonio and now with Mark as well. So all these guys are showing a lot of promise. Some older, been here a while, some new to the ring, but new teams and stuff. It's very fun, and I'm looking forward to this because I think these teams are going to put up a really, really good match today. I'm looking forward to it, and let's go talk to them right now in the promos.
All right, Dylan and Ryan, here we go. Tournament time. Congrats on making it here. Yeah, I mean, this is match number 3 for you guys, and honestly, you haven't had a bad match yet. I mean, certainly that first match you guys played extremely well. I think people will remember, but we're against a really, really strong team, unfortunately, in a debut match, and so was the loss. But then, obviously, you guys came back strong the next time, and you earned your way here. So I'm excited to see what you guys can do against Jake and Mark. They're solid, but I don't know. I think of them more as general movie trivia players, more so than fandom. So I think you guys are going to be able to assert your dominance tonight, hopefully. And I would like to see you guys, take the next step and move on to the next round. So good luck to Jake and Mark, but better luck to us.
All right, Mark. We're here in a tournament. This is cool. I've not had the best experience with tournament settings, unfortunately, in the past. But we had a bit of we hit a bit of a stump in our fandom career, and now we're sort of coming back up. We had to beat a couple lovely Aussies to get here. My voice is a little broken because I've been singing early 2000 songs at 2 a.m. In the city, so we'll see. Yesterday, so we'll see how this goes. Sorry, goes for me. But I'm looking forward to this. I've never played Dylan actually in anything before, so this except for a horror exhibition match. But this should be fun, and I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully, we can do well. Yeah.
Hopefully, we win. Let's go.
I hope so. Let's go back to Formula.
Couple things I forgot to mention that are just kind of cool little facts. Both these teams got a knockout on their record. Very impressive. Also, in their debut, All Freaks No Geeks lost to the Demigod Complex, who then went on to beat Back to Formula in their second match. So both teams have lost to the Demigod Complex. Another interesting little fact there as well. And now they're going head to head. I'm really looking forward to this. Let's get into it with round number 1. Here is how it is going to work. There are going to be 10 questions from 10 random categories in the realm of fandom fights. Each question is going to be worth 1 point apiece. If you get all 10 questions correct, you will be issued a bonus question to you, only to you. Each team has 3 repeats and a challenge for the entirety of the match. Gentlemen, any questions as we get into this?
Nope. Oh, good.
Okay, then we will get started with your first question, which is going to be in the category of Mission Impossible. Who kills Sabine Moreau in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? I do love tournament time. Get a lot of interesting matchups. And then you also get a lot of people in promos going, all right, we're here. Tournament. That was my Kaleb Koho impression. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Mark.
Paula Patton's character. I can't remember her name.
Dylan.
Couldn't remember her name either, so I just said Luther.
Jake.
Yeah, it's Paula Patton, but I don't know her character name.
And Ryan.
I believe her name is Jane Carter.
Her name is Jane Carter. So Ryan will hit that, making it 1-0 as we get into your next question in the category of James Bond. Which James Bond film features Sorry, let me restart that. Which James Bond film features the film opening with Bond saving a woman from drowning herself at the beach? I got a little tongue-tied there. Don't leave me. Is that song? Is that how that goes? Is it tongue-tied? I feel like that's something
Good
Scott.
song, yeah. Grip Love, yeah, good song.
Ah,
The whole music video is in bad words. Good shit.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Dylan.
Set a view to a kill.
We'll go to Jake.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
We will go to Ryan.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
And Mark.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service is correct. So we are all tied up 2 apiece. Ryan remains perfect as we get into your next question in the category of Disney animation. Who voices the younger version of Penny at the beginning of the film Bolt? It is tough that Nick referred to this as a film, but you know, what you gonna do? He writes the questions. I can't complain too much. Every now and then I jump in and write a couple, and then they're usually bad. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Is it Chloe Grace Moretz?
Let's go to Ryan.
I wasn't sure. I just wrote Dakota Fanning.
Let's go to Mark
I also said Chloe Grace Moretz.
and Dylan.
I also said Dakota Fanning.
Interesting. 2 of you are correct. It is Jake and Mark.
Okay.
Is correct.
That's good team chemistry there.
All right, guys. Your next question is in the category of Alien versus Predator. In how many Alien versus Predator films does a predator die? We talk about this a lot on the show, but we tend to write questions about death. Like we literally had Who Kills Sabine Moreau, drowning herself at the beach. Now predators dying. A very morbid program, the Fandom Fights. We do this a lot. It's not even on purpose, I swear. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Ryan.
I should have asked for a repeat. I just wrote 5.
Let's go to Mark.
Yeah, 6.
Let's go to Dylan
6.
and Jake.
6.
6 is correct. So it is 6-3 after that question as we get into the next one in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek First Contact, who joins Riker and Zefram Cochran on the first flight of the Phoenix? Flight of the Phoenix, starring Dennis Quaid, I believe. That is a booty movie. Not a good one. Kind of booty. I remember seeing that on DVD from Family Video. What a time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Mark, let's go to you.
Jordy.
Let's go to Dylan.
Jordy.
Let's go to Jake.
Spelled wrong, but Jordy?
You're all spelling it wrong. And Ryan.
Jordy LaForge.
Ryan spelled it right. That is correct.
I
Jordan.
always
blow your
put
way
J
up.
because I'm an idiot.
So it is 8-5 as we get into the next one in the category of Planet of the Apes. Who is the last astronaut to enter hypersleep at the beginning of 1968's Planet of the Apes? I do not like hypersleep. Freaks me out. All these movies, the alien movies, these movies, don't like it. Saw Avatar again last night. They're talking about how they were in hypersleep for 9 years. Fuck that shit. No, thank you. It's like a whole life. Don't like it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down, Jake. Let's go to Dylan.
Taylor.
Let's go to Jake.
I put Heston.
Let's go to Ryan.
I was obsessed with trying to figure out Heston's name, but I'm just blank.
And Mark.
Taylor.
Taylor is correct.
Thank you, Mark.
I really appreciate
All
that.
right.
Good job, Dylan. Good job, man.
No problem.
Your next question is in the category of the world of DC. In Wonder Woman 1984, what does the President of the United States wish for more of when Max Lord grants him a wish? Nicholas Twohig, I just got a message from Nicholas Twohig behind the scenes. I'm not going to say what this is in response to, but I did send him a message at 9:14 p.m. And then he responded now and said, "Fuck all the way off, LOL." And then he said something else that I cannot say out loud because that would be bad. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Try to decipher. Let's go to Jake.
I said nuclear weapons.
Let's go to Ryan.
I also said nuclear weapons.
Let's go to Mark.
I mean, it should have been money, right?
And Dylan.
I think I
Wish.
spelled this horribly as well. Nuclear weapons.
Nuclear weapons is
Clear.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry.
Nuclear weapons.
That word always confuses me.
You got the pronunciation, though.
Yeah.
You were on the pronunciation.
All right, so it's 10-8 in favor of Back to Formula as we get into your next question, which is in YA. Who plays fashion designer Cena in the Hunger Games series? I remember when the first movie of this series came out, I went to see it with my high school girlfriend because she said, "I read the book, it'll be good." And then I was dizzy after 45 minutes. Not a big fan of this one. I like the sequel, though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Ryan.
Are you going to go my way? Lenny Kravitz.
Mark.
Lenny Kravitz.
Dylan.
Lenny Kravitz.
And Jake.
I want to get away. I want to fly away. Lenny Kravitz.
Lenny Kravitz is correct. 12-10 as we get into your penultimate question, which is in the category of fandom quotes. Which Marvel film features the quote, "We've got a saying on my planet. If God intended us to fly, he wouldn't have taken away our wings"? Quotes are a fickle beast. I can think of 2 people in fandom fights ever that have taken fandom quotes in a round 2 scenario. They're like, "Yeah, I want to put this on the wheel." And I'm like, "Why, Mike Shea?" 5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question, please.
All right, that is going to be Back to Formula's first repeat. Which Marvel film features the quote, "We've got a saying on my planet. If God intended us to fly, he wouldn't have taken away our wings"? Now, the cat's out of the bag. Mike Shea is one of them. I thought the joke was going to end there. I would get to move past it. Nope. Now, Nicholas Twohig sent me a video. I also know that he's out with friends. Oh God, what is? I don't know what that is, but I'm not gonna look at it right now. 5, 4. We'll all look at it. 2, 1. Pens down. We're gonna start with Mark on this one.
I said Men in Black 3.
Let's go to Dylan.
Said Howard the Duck.
Let's go to Jake
Howard the Duck.
and
Oh,
Ryan.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I also went with Howard the Duck.
Howard the Duck is correct. So the repeat paid off for Jake, but it is now 13-12 as we get into the final question of the round in the category of the MCU. What is the real full name of the character called Bucky in the MCU? We need the first and the last name. I have a dog named Bucky. He's a bitch.
I just want to clarify. You said first and last name.
I need first and last name. If you would like to give away the name that I already said in the question, you may do so, but not needed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Dylan.
Said Ben Barnes.
Let's go to Jake.
James Bonds.
Let's go to Ryan.
I started writing before you said first and last name. It's just James Buchanan Barnes.
And Mark.
Yeah, I didn't want to write that, so I said James Barnes.
James Barnes is correct. The full name of my dog is James Buchanan Brzakala. So your final score coming out of round number 1 is 15-13. So Formula, you have 2 repeats remaining. Freaks, you have all 3. And we are going to get into round number 2. Here's how it is going to work. I am going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each team is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they have to keep what they spin the second time. Each question is going to be worth 2 points apiece unless you check the multiple choice. Then it will be worth only 1 point. Stealing is available in this round. Any questions?
Nope. All good.
All right. Here's the wheel. The wheel today brought to you by Best Buy and DC League of Super Pets, coming soon to Fandom Fights. Your categories on the wheel today are Star Trek, MCU, Worlds of DC, Horror Icons, Jimmy B, Alien vs. Predator, Marvel, and Pixar. Back to Formula. You are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer?
We'll defer, please.
Okay. Then we'll bring in Mr. Harvey. This will be the spin for all freaks, no geeks.
Good round 1, guys.
Lands on Worlds of DC.
How up to date are you on these, Ryan?
I mean, these movies are so fresh in my head. I still got some good deep cut notes on these. I have no problem taking this unless you feel we can find something better on the wheel.
I think this is a good one for us.
I'd say the wheel is fairly hit and miss for us, so I like your confidence there, Ryan. I say we can go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll keep it.
Okay. All right, guys. Are you ready for your questions in the category of the Worlds of DC?
Yep.
Shoot.
All right, your first question. Which Worlds of DC film features the characters Patrick Morgan and Charlie?
Oh, Dylan, I believe that's the first Wonder Woman. Just Wonder Woman.
Yeah, go for it.
Wonder Woman, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game. Your next question. Who does Waller try to get to kill Harley while she escapes with the Joker during the events of Suicide Squad?
Deadshot, right?
Yeah, it's Deadshot.
Deadshot, final answer.
That is correct for 2 points. Your next question. Connie Nielsen can be found in how many Worlds of DC films?
I believe 3, because she's in 2 Wonder Woman films and she's in Justice League.
Right. Yeah, I was going to ask if she's in Justice League. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is in Justice League. 3.
You feel good about it? All right. Go for it.
Yeah. 3, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points.
Good job.
What is the name of the base that houses Project Starfish in the Suicide Squad?
Jotunheim, right?
Yep, that is it. Yeah.
Jotunheim, final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question. What specific type of establishment does Billy lock 2 police officers inside of at the beginning of Shazam?
I believe it's a pawn shop.
Okay. If you're confident, go for it. Nothing's jumping to me right now, but
Pawn shop, final answer.
That is correct for 2
Nice.
points and the clean sweep of Worlds of DC, bringing their total up to 23. So we will get back to Formula for their spin at the wheel. It lands on Woman's choice. So we'll bring back in Mr. Harvey. Gentlemen, do you need the the categories are there on screen, and Scott looks frozen. So
crap! I need to summon some ghosts to bring him back. Hold on, I just gotta get my butcher's knife.
So
No,
Please don't do that.
So Ryan, do you want to stick with the planning? I know they got the Star Trek question in round 1, which worries me, but
well, a part of me does want to stick with the plan, but if you feel good with leaning the other way, I have no problem with that either.
Scott is back in another version of himself, so here you go.
I don't know why that kept happening. Keeps happening.
So
Are they laying on opponent's choice, Scott?
Yeah, I did see that. So are we back? Do we need to cut back in or anything?
No, you can just go. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, so I know we talked about this, guys. Are you good with sticking to the plan? I mean, that was a great round 2, so
yeah.
I feel okay about sticking with Star Trek like we talked about.
Yeah, I mean they can go pretty deep cut with those, so
because either one of them, it's a definitely complete mix up. So I'm okay with Star Trek.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Star Trek.
Okay. Back to formula. I will be giving you your questions in the category of Star Trek. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Your first question. Which Star Trek film features Spock and Kirk using a code involving the phrase "by the book" over a radio frequency to confuse a villain listening in?
I'm between Wrath of Khan or Undiscovered Country. I couldn't tell you. It's been a while since I rewatched all the Trek movies.
I'm not sure either. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we should go multiple.
3.
Let's go multiple, please.
All right, your options are A, The Search for Spock, B, The Undiscovered Country, C, Into Darkness, or D, The Wrath of Khan.
Oh, it could be Into Darkness.
I mean, when you said it, I was pretty sure. I was leaning Wrath of Khan. I'm really not sure, but like whatever you think it's.
Damn it! It's like multiple options. I want to go with
5.
the book. I'm gonna go Into Darkness. I'm gonna just go that. Into Darkness. Final answer.
That is incorrect. All
Son of a
freaks
mother.
have Geeks chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, The Search for Spock, B, The Undiscovered Country, C, Into Darkness, D, The Wrath of Khan?
Dylan, I believe it is Wrath of Khan.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one where it's just sparking more in my brain, honestly.
Yeah, let's go with that then. The Wrath of Khan, final answer.
That's correct for 1 point.
You know what? In fandom, I should never doubt anything you say, Mark.
All right, your next question, back to formula.
The third time that's happened.
How many Star Trek films do not feature a character with the last name Sulu?
Don't feature the. Oh God. Well, so the 4. Well, no, it's still at the beginning of Generations.
I think it's I think it's 3.
It's just 3,
Because I think there's a relative of his that's in Generations, so I think
it's in Generations.
Yeah,
Let's go 3. Yeah.
3 final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
All right, your next question. Who plays Pavel Chekhov in the new Star Trek trilogy?
That's
Anton Yelchin.
there you go.
Anton Yelchin. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. All right, your penultimate question. In Star Trek Nemesis, who dies saving Picard at the end of the film?
Nemesis. Isn't it Data?
I believe
Who dies
so.
saving? Yeah, because Data sacrifices himself.
Yeah,
at the end.
yeah.
Data. Final answer.
That is correct for 2 more points. And your final question in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek 09, Sulu reported to his post because his predecessor, Helmsman McKenna, was sick with what?
No, I'm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I kind of know the scene or that kind of part of it, but I would need to go multiple.
Makes one of us multiple choice.
Yeah.
All right, your options are A, tuberculosis, B, throat worm, C, pneumonia, or D, lungworm?
Okay. We'll use it in a sec, but we'll just ask for the repeat when the timer goes, because I'm just trying to. I just need time to think. So I don't think it's. I know for a fact it's not one of those. Does any of them come out to you?
Repeat the options.
Options, please.
Your options again are A, tuberculosis, B, throatworm, C, pneumonia, or D, lungworm.
Throatworm, kinda.
Yeah, I was like, it's. I think it's a worm one. So let's go. Let's go B.
All right.
Throatworm.
Throatworm, final answer.
That is incorrect. All freaks, no geeks. Chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, tuberculosis, B, throatworm, C, pneumonia, or D, lungworm?
Is it lungworm, Ryan?
Because I was playing that scene in my head a couple of times. Yeah, I was leaning towards either C or D, but I think I'm more confident in lungworm.
All right, let's go with that then. Lungworm, final answer.
That is correct.
50-50 sucks.
You guys are mulling over your answers. What is?
All right. So at the end of round number 2, with those steals in there, all freaks leads with 25 to back to formulas 21. So it's a 4-point game going into the betting round. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to say a category. The teams are then going to have to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 points on the question. If they get the question right, they gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they lose those points. Whoever takes the first question, the other player will take the second. You can reset for 3 and 4 and work together on question 5. And we will play until one of the teams is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the round. So, gentlemen, do you have any questions as we head into round number 3?
Now we got 2 repeats. They have 3. That's pretty much
correct.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the first category that you can bet points on is going to be Marvel, regular Marvel. All right, let's get that starting with back to formula. Who's taking it and how much?
I am, and I'm going to.
And all freaks, no geeks. Who's taking it and how much?
I'll be taking it, and I'm also going with 2 points.
All right, here's the question in Marvel. In Venom, Let There Be Carnage. What falls on Carnage's girlfriend, Shriek, killing her? Sometimes you look ahead. And by sometimes, I mean you being me, because Nick writes these and I don't know what's coming. And then I see something like that, and I try to keep my mouth shut as much as possible. 5.
This is the real victory. Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Jake, let's start with you.
It's a church bell.
And Ryan.
I also said the church bell.
Both of you are correct. So back to formula gets their score up to 23, and all freaks no geeks gets their total up to 27. So it is still a 4-point game as we get into the next category that Mark and Dylan have to take, and it is the category of Star Trek. All right, let's get bets starting with Dylan
0
and Mark.
This is gonna be fun too.
All right. Here's the situation. If Mark hits this, it'll only be a 2-point game, but if Mark misses, it'll be a 6-point game moving into the third question of the round. So, your question in the category of Star Trek. In Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, what is the name of the main villain, the main Klingon villain? These are the moments lately where Nick and I have been going like, we just don't say anything. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that's going to be back to formula's second repeat. In Star Trek 3, The Search for Spock, what is the name of the main Klingon villain? Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Dylan. Who bet 0.
Is it Cyborg?
No.
Damn
Let's go to Mark.
Yeah, I'm mixing this up. I said Scourge.
Scourge is incorrect. We were looking for Krug.
Oh, that's the one.
So it is 27 to 21. You can reset who is going to take this next question, and it is going to be in the category of the Wizarding World.
Okay.
Let's get bets, starting with back to formula. Who's taking it and how much?
I'll do it, and I'll go 2.
Okay, and all freaks, who's taking it and how much?
Oh, me and 0.
Okay, here we are. Here's the situation. If Mark hits this question, we will move on to the penultimate question. If Mark misses, all freaks, no geeks will take the upset and move into round 2. So the question in the Wizarding World is, how many babies did the Chillin have at the beginning of Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore? This is a movie I saw in theaters multiple times and have now watched it at home multiple times.
I kind of wished I saw this in theaters. I heard it was.
I only saw this because I saw it with 2 friends who wanted to see it.
I heard IMAX did this film justice.
Yeah. 5, 4.
This is a repeat, Mark.
Yeah, you repeat the question.
Pens down and guys, stop talking. All right, your question again. How many babies did the Chillin have at the beginning of Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore? Oh, sometimes I try to be polite, and then sometimes I just gotta yell at my friends. Fucking talking in the middle of a question. Oh man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Sorry, Jake.
We're going to start with Dylan.
3 is a number.
That is a number, and
Yes.
we'll go to Mark.
I said 2.
We're moving on to the next.
Let's go! Let's go!
Come on. Let's fucking go.
Is the correct
One.
answer. So
Okay.
it is back to 27 to 23 as we get into the penultimate category. Jake and Ryan have to take this question, and it is in the category of Disney animation. All right, let's get bets, starting with Ryan.
0.
Okay, and Jake.
2.
All right, once again, here's the situation. If Jake hits this, we will move on to the final question, which the teams will confer on. If Jake misses this, the game is over, and all freaks, no geeks will move on. So
And just, we have no repeats, right? This is...
you have
3,
no
we have
repeats.
0. Okay.
Mark used the last round, the last question. So
Yeah.
your question. Which Disney animated film features a young boy getting caught in a hole in the ground that was originally a trap meant for an animal? This has been nuts. This has been a crazy math. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to start with Ryan.
I didn't finish in time. I just wrote the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh, but I didn't finish it.
And Jake.
My Australian blood helped me with this one. The Rescue is Down Under.
That is correct. For 2 points, and we are moving on to the final question. It is 27 to 25, and the category that you guys can bet points on to work together on is DC. All right, let's get bets, starting with all freaks, no geeks.
1.
All right, and back to formula.
2.
Okay, so we are going to start with back to formula. If they hit their question, they will tie, and we will move over to all freaks, no geeks. If they miss, all freaks, no geeks will win. So Back to formula. I will be giving you your question in DC. Question 1. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Who plays Perry White in Superman Returns?
It's Frank Langella.
Final answer.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
All right, moving over to All Freaks No Geeks. If they hit this, they will win the match. If they miss it, the match will go to back to formula. Your question, gentlemen, in DC. Who plays Carmine Falcone in Batman Begins?
Dylan, I believe it's Tom Wilkinson.
Okay. I'll go with that if you're confident. We have 3 repeats. But yeah, if you're
No, I'll
confident.
go with it at this point. Tom Wilkinson, final answer.
And your winners, All Freaks No Geeks, a final score of 28-27. Really excellent match. And wow, weirdly enough, the last match in the tournament, I believe, also final score of 28 points for the winner as well. So that's kind of interesting. No, I could be wrong. No, that's right, 28-27. That's the exact score of the last match in the last round. So that's nuts. So these matches have been nuts already. This is a crazy match, absolutely nuts, and we're going to get into post-match interviews right away, starting with back to formula. Guys, it was a great match. It was a great match. I think you guys are a great team. You had an excellent round 1, and then round 2, just spinning opponent's choice probably is what did you in there. And it sucks, but it happens to all of us. It literally came down to 1 point, and that 1 point was probably that Raffican steal there. How are you guys feeling about the match?
There's a couple of moments that we would have helped. But I wish I just said, you know what, Mark, you take Marvel, because I knew Krug, and I was like, please, Mark, can I just will it to happen? No, I mean, I feel it does suck a little bit more because we actually kept it close till the very end.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, oh, well, there's multiple things that could have happened that could have changed the outcome. But this is like 3rd tournament in a row. Oh, wait, no, this is 4th tournament in a row, which I get. I'm eliminated in the first round. Like, I just can't get out of this round 1 sort of teams tournament situation. Actually, any fandom tournament since the first one. This is the very first one in 2018. This is also the 3rd team that we've played where they go 10 for 10 in round 2 in our losses. Like, I'm blanking on their name. Spence and
Demigod.
Demigod Complex. They went 10 for 10. Galaxies Nuts went 10 for 10, and now All Freaks No Geeks go 10 for 10. And we get opponent's choice in the second a second time, which is like funny because it's the only category I think Mark and I did not want. I think we were happy with pretty much every other category except Trek. So smart on them for picking that for us. And they played great. Even like with round 1, like it was only a 2-point lead for us, and I knew that like round 2 and round 3 can change anything. So good for them. They played great. I knew that I had a pretty good feeling that we were going to hit the last question before it was asked. But I think we played well, and like I think some of it is just bad luck. Like when you look at opponent's choice and shit, it's just that's what it comes down to sometimes. But that's part of the game. And yeah, we played good enough to feel happy.
Yeah,
27
points is great, guys. Mark, how are you feeling about the match?
Yeah, if it weren't for bad luck, we'd have no luck at all. Like it just, it's the way it happens. I mean, we got Trek. I felt the 4 points breathing down my neck. Felt like I had to go for it, and I get the one Star Trek movie. Like I know very little about. I've seen half of it. Like I don't remember anything of it. I will take one victory away. I remembered one fact from the most forgettable film of this year, with Secrets of Dumbledore. I was able to pull that out. I feel okay about that.
I would have said 4, so I would have been wrong.
but yeah, I mean, it's just some of those categories we just need to get better at. And we're gonna look to try to improve on that next year.
We also just have like so much fun, not just playing together, but playing in fandom, because we always just test ourselves on categories that we don't specifically know a lot about, but somehow are able to pull off some of the questions. Like, Trek is something that we should probably work on a bit more, but like it's fun, and I really enjoy playing with Mark in any league. But fandom is definitely got a special case because of just how we play. So.
It could have gone worse. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah.
Guys,
look at the 2 losses before this. Yeah.
I do think you guys played great. 27 points is fantastic. I do think you guys are a title-worthy team here, and I think you guys can get there next season. We'll see you then. But I hope you guys have a great night. Congrats on a great match, and let's move over to the winners today. All Freaks, No Geeks, in officially and only the second match of the tournament. The first upset of the tournament. So, how are you guys feeling? You guys upset the number 7 seed, and now you guys are moving on to round number 2. We'll look at who you're maybe playing later, but for now, how are you feeling about this match?
Pretty good. I mean, obviously, it sucks to do that to my beloved teammate and miscellaneous Jake Marangoni. That hurt a lot. The other guy was pretty cool too. Felt bad doing that to him. But I'm happy with the performance. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, this match, it was all about strategy at this point. And I'll be honest, when that question for round 3 came for Star Trek, I wanted to 100% take that and bet the farm and go 2 points. But we had to stay strategy because I had no idea what would have came next afterwards. But even then, we did very well in round 2, Dylan and I cannot give enough credit to Jake and Mark for fighting their way back all the way to that last question. That was, not just lots of luck, but really digging in deep. So that's one thing that proves like that betting round. It's either it's all or nothing.
Yeah, I'm happy for these guys that they were able to get the win. I feel like, again, their first match, it was a really tough loss to take, and kind of came back around. I feel like in this match a little bit. There was definitely a little bit of luck on our side in the wheel round, but I would say they got a little bit of luck in the third round. The Wizarding World seemed to be a little bit of a guess. We got the one Disney animated movie that's like in Australia, so there's a little
that
bit
one
there,
pissed me off because I was I was a staunch defender of Rescuers Down Under in elementary school.
Anyway, I'm really happy for these guys, and I'm excited to see them play next. And lastly, I just always appreciate the opportunity to acknowledge that Tom Wilkinson got to play someone named Carmine Falcone. Just an incredibly normal casting there that went on.
Guys, like I said, you are moving on to round number 2 of the tournament, and so you will be playing the winner of either Fandom ranked Mike Hanley and Matt Quaylar, an incredible team, or Wookiee Mistake, Joe and David. Now, who would you rather play, and why are you going to beat Wookiee Mistake?
I'll take that. We'd rather play Fandom ranks. Thank you.
I would always play Fandom. I love them. They're great. They're awesome guys.
This is a one-on-one scenario.
It'd be entertaining.
I would have loved to have faced Joe or David one-on-one in any scenario, but seeing how they are as teams. Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm trying to dream. I'm trying to, I dreamed a dream of playing David one-on-one in Fandom.
Speak it into existence, yeah.
Yes. But
we'll take
it's going to be good. I mean, if Fandom rank gets the upset of the century over Wookiee Mistake, then that just means Dylan and I will be cracking down twice as hard. But if we are going against Wookiee Mistake, we're still going to crack down twice as hard. Either way, it's going to be 2-a-day training, 2-a-day study sessions.
Got it.
I'm not sure how that
running a tight ship.
I don't know how that math works out, but you guys played great today. 28 points is awesome. So good luck in round number 2. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do next. And that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. So I want to thank both teams, Back to Formula and All Freaks No Geeks. Thank you, Scott, for managing. Thank you to Nick for writing this one. I have been Tim. We will see you guys next time with more tournament matches and more singles matches coming at you. We'll see you real soon. Bye.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.